You too. What's good? It's your boy Benjamin. I say my name with confidence, and today we got another news clip reaction. Um, before we even get into this reaction, I just want to give a quick announcement. I'm leaving at the end of the country. At the end of the country, I'm leaving at the end of the month, so post may be a little spotty at the end of the month. But with that being said, I also am going to have some classes with my mentor on this Saturday, right? And next Saturday, talking about financial wealth, financial freedom, and the different tools that you can use and employ in order to achieve that. Now you can join through Zoom if you're not in New York, if you're not in the New York City area, or you can come down to the office, which is in Manhattan. You can hit my DM for the info. And yeah, so let's get straight into the video. With that being said, I hope y'all having a beautiful day, and we're going to get this reaction, man.
The white population in the United States has declined. Just released data from the 2020 census shows the white population in America is down 8.6% from 2010. So just think about this context, okay? It's the first time it declines, and it declines by 8.6%. I mean, that's stunning. It's huge. So now the white population is 57.8% of the population. The Hispanic population grew by 23%, responsible for more than half of the entire country's population growth.
You popping them babies out, boy.
More than half coming from Hispanics. Now, the population overall increased by more than 62 million across the country. And in California, the Hispanic population became the largest racial or ethnic group in the state for the first time, now making up 39% of the state's population. So obviously it's not a majority, but it's the biggest single group. So this is as the data shows much of America's population growth was in the South and West. That, of course, is not a surprise. And this data is crucial because it's going to be used to redraw the district lines for congressional districts before next year's midterm election, right? And it determines, right, the political future of the country. Out front now, elections guru Dave Wasserman, who is the U.S. House editor of the nonpartisan Cook Political Report, Maria Cardona, former DNC communications director, and, of course, our own Van Jones, former special advisor to President Obama, among many other things. So, Dave, let me start with you. You've gone through the data and the numbers that just came out. What was the big takeaway for you?
Aaron, this is a country that continues to get more urban and more diverse.
That's right.
Non-Hispanic whites were just 57.8% of the population in this census. That's 2 points lower than the pre-census estimate suggested. It's 6 points lower than it was in the 2010 census. And the Latino undercount that a lot of Democrats and advocacy groups feared heading into this census as a result of the chilling effect from the Trump administration, it didn't materialize in the data that we saw today. In fact, Hispanics were 18.7% of the U.S. population, which is even a tenth of a point higher than the benchmark estimates suggested. That will keep more power in urban areas of Texas and California.
Okay, so the U.S. population is 57.8% white, 18.7% Hispanic, and 12.1% black, and 11.4% Asian. Yeah, and I could see why. I don't know where I heard this from, but they said in the next probably like 10, 20, 30 years. Don't quote me on that. But the white population is actually going to be a minority. Yeah, because if you add up all these percentages, you know what I'm saying, that's going to account for the other almost 40% of the population. So the minorities will actually start to become the majority. Yeah, so what does that mean for the country? What does that mean for politics? What does that mean for finances? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta just ask these questions. Do I have the answers? No, but yeah, it's just good to ask questions.
More good news for Democrats were that the counts from big cities like Chicago and New York came in a bit higher than the estimates suggested. And those are states where Democrats are really hoping to draw the lines in their favor. Now, we're moving into a critical phase here, and that's redistricting. And that's where Republicans hold a net advantage when it comes to redrawing the political boundaries for the next decade. They could gain between 0 and 10 seats thanks to their advantage in Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, and Texas.
Wow.
And keep in mind, they only need 5 seats to take back House control in 2022.
All right, so Maria, when we talk about things that stand out here, of course, obviously the drop in the white population, it stands out hugely, but so does the growth in the Hispanic population and where the growth happened, right? A lot of it in the South, Texas gaining 4 million residents in the last decade. Nearly half of those residents were Hispanic, but I just want to challenge the assumption here that this is just all going to be good for Democrats, who, by the way, have failed to turn Texas blue. And, we've heard about that campaign to campaign. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It has not happened. So all this Hispanic growth that we are seeing, is it really just good for Democrats, or could it actually be a gift for the GOP?
I actually think, Aaron, it's good for the country, because I think diversity is good for the country. The more diverse this country is, the better it is for our economy, the better it is for our policies. Frankly, the better it is for our politics. That doesn't mean that there's going to be a fight, because there will be a fight. To your question as to which party this is going to be better for, that depends on the parties. I agree with you. It should not be an assumption that this is going to be good for Democrats. Demographics is not destiny. But I do think what it does is that it will embolden Democrats to fight very hard, especially like you said in Texas. Even though we have not been able to turn Texas blue, we have been able to come very close. And these new numbers, these growth numbers, will really give us a chance to continue to fight. But we have to have a message that attracts the Latino population, the multiracial population. Aaron, this country now, the under 18 population is majority non-white. That is jaw-dropping numbers to add to the ones that you focused on at the very beginning.
The under 18 population is majority non-white. See, the thing is, I don't know a lot about politics. I don't know that, but this is why I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to learn. It never hurts to learn something that you don't know. Like, I always want to be a student of things that I don't know, so I'm trying to learn. So, the majority of people under 18 are non-white? Really? Wow. So, that shit. Wow, that's crazy.
Right. So Van, the broader context here, of course, is that there are some who are deeply concerned and upset about this. So let me just give an example here of Tucker Carlson, who has repeatedly used rhetoric like this on Fox News.
The Democratic Party is trying to replace the current electorate, the voters now casting ballots, with new people, more obedient voters from the third world. Demographic change is the key to the Democratic Party's political ambitions. In order to win and maintain power, Democrats plan to change the population of the country. This is the administration bringing felons, violent criminals, into our country on purpose.
But how do you know all of them are felons? How do you know, like, that listen, you gotta understand that, and we're about to close out on this video, but you gotta understand that, if we didn't have all these politics and all these policies and all this, politicking, what I'm asking a question: would the country be in bad position, or would it be more divided, or would it be more unified? I don't know the answer to that, but I feel like it's good to at least ask, and I feel like once we start to understand each other more, and once we able to like talk, you know what I'm saying? Cause a lot of assumptions come from the lack of interaction. A lot of assumptions and a lot of beliefs come from places of not knowing, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I feel like we gotta change. That's something that I feel like I can help change, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of politics, I really don't have any side that you know what I'm saying? I just want the best for my family, my community, my friends, and yeah, that's what I want. I think that's what everybody else would want. I don't know what you want, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a video. What I do on this channel is I react to videos that I want to react to. You know what I'm saying? If you're not interested in the videos I'm reacting to, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But if you're not, saying, tell me something that you would be interested in me reacting to. You know what I'm saying? So I could go ahead and see, okay, I could get into this, or okay, nah, this not for me. You know what I'm saying? So just let me know, alright? So y'all have a beautiful day. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you on next reaction. I'm out of here. Peace. It's your boy Benjamin. We out. Yeah.